Hello guys, and welcome to the Guild Wars 2 match, guildwars2match.net tournament with me, your host, Jebro, and I am being joined by my co-host, Mr. Basil. Oh, I always say that wrong.
Just call me Sir with the Face, Dude Meister, King of Balls.
Sir with the Face. So as you can see, Baz is a still image this evening.
Stupid $8 webcam doesn't work anymore. I wonder why.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we almost didn't get to do this tonight just because we had some bug issues in the spectate mode. But that's all sorted and ready for the tournament this evening. Guys, if you cannot hear me very well or you can't hear Baz very well, just let us know and we will sort the stream quality out and all of that business. Right, so basically this is an 8-team tournament mainly from the EU. There is a team from NA actually in it as well. Basically, the match is going to be... The winner's going to be getting 10,000 gems, and the second place will be getting 4,000, which is very nice. I'm just going to put into the chat some commands for brackets and also for the rules of it, so you guys can see in chat. So the rules are there, and the brackets are there as well. So the first match we're going to have this evening is Abyss for Christmas versus Funky Basterds, which is BYOB, who is Funky Basterds, and Abyss for Christmas is AC. So that's our first match. Second match is Centinelas del Tiempo. This is a Spanish tournament, so there are some Spanish teams in it as well, versus Vengeance of the Fallens. Then we've got Infamous Fire versus iLogic Squad. Then we've got Funky Froggy versus Disney Channel Twerk. So those are our four.
Froggy, that's a great name.
Yeah, that's Frog. They keep changing their first bit of their name as well. But yeah, I'm going to drop us into this first match. There are a lot of teams that aren't in this tournament. There are some lesser known teams, and it's good to see some actual different teams in this tournament as well. It's not the same usual suspects, so we can see who the other teams that haven't got a chance to play in the ESL, just maybe because of timings and different stuff as well, and how they play. New metas, new games.
Possibly.
It's still, possibly.
The patch has only been out for less than a week, so we'll have to see what kind of builds and stuff that we have. I mean, I'm looking at the team's builds right now, and nothing really seems out of place at the moment. Pretty standard for a lot of the classes, with a few changes here and there, but nothing like, oh, whoa, what is he running? This is whoa type of stuff.
Oh, it seems the engineer from BYOB has just been killed. So we are in the match now. We see Funky. Apparently are actually going to be red. I've actually got that round the wrong way, I do believe. Let me just quickly change these two scores for you guys.
Well, you ooh.
Oh no.
Jeez.
I'm a terrible person.
So it looks like the BYOB's team, Elementalist, is going for the fresh air build rather than a standard, dagger. But he is also staff as well, which is weird. Especially for fresh air.
Let me just jump into... Is that Dante you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for all arcane. He's not using the arcane, He's using ethereal. So let's have a look.
I mean, he's even using a fiery greatsword, which now you can cast while moving, which is a great change.
Oh, that is a nice change. I think that's one of the only ones I've kind of missed. But yeah, he's running a lot of different... It's interesting didn't use the staff trait in Arcana there.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's not even using the dodge roll thing. He's using some. So really, Dante, I think, is really one of the only ones that's kind of using kind of an odder build. We'll see how it plays out for him, because the staff elementalist with looks like he's going pure crit damage.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 3,000 attack, 52 critical strike percent, and good amount of crit damage as well, about 62%. So it looks like he's going for some mass AoE kind of crit type of build, I guess.
I mean, potentially. I mean, I'm not sure I'm actually going to go through the builds. I think they're saying that they don't want to because they've got like one game, so no one's going to be learning much from each other very quickly anyway. I think they're trying to leave it so that they don't know anything about each other's specs. So.
Well, if the teams are ghosting, that's illegal, so... You know what? And plus the stream's on a delay, so I think we're fine.
They're mean.
They're mean. They're mean, Mommy.
They're mean.
They hurt me. But, you know, as usual, all the Warriors are going the Hambo spec. Still very, very powerful, even after the quote-unquote nerf. Still very, very good. Does still a lot of damage. It really wasn't changed as well as it should have been, in my opinion. But, hey, you know what? It's a step in the right direction. We're getting there, so...
Well, they do... They nerfed the hammer damage, but you get that hammer. So you basically, what I've seen a lot of Warriors doing, they're getting them... They're keeping the Merciless Hammer trait, which is they get increased damage when people are disabled. And then they're using plus stun... There we go, he's got it. So they're using the plus 15% stun duration, which gives them more damage as well. So it's quite good, and they're not using the fire as well. So it is interesting, and some people go for this tactics here. So that's more of a from Bullet. He's a little bit tankier, but still not really, really tanky. Obviously, he's going for the stance increase. He's not got the Doliak signet for the stability, so he's going endure pain as well.
I'm just kind of curious as to we're not seeing, at least from these teams, we're not seeing anyone use any of the new healing skills.
No, not many.
Which is really interesting because the Warrior one's pretty decent. The Necromancer one I feel is really good for like a full-on support build with like massive amounts of healing. But that's only theory crafting. I don't play a Necromancer. I know you do.
I do indeed. Are we talking about? I mean,
Signet of Vampirism, or I don't remember the exact name of it. I do apologize.
I'm not sure what he's doing. He's switching his. There seems to be a little mini bug where I can't look at some of the weapons in the the thing at the moment, which is awesome. Basically, we're getting calls out now for to be ready. So I'll talk about the Necro in a minute with some theories I have about these specs that are going on at the moment. I'll say these guys were ready.
Are we ready? We shall start soon. Yes, we shall.
Shall indeed.
Speaking of which, it snowed about 8 inches here in Ohio. I am really happy about that. I get to make a snowman and go snowboarding finally. Yes. It's about time.
That's bloody awesome. That's what that
is. It is bloody awesome.
I'm gonna just put my volume up to get some music, some extra effect here. Right, basically we're waiting for each team to be ready. Sorry guys, Basically, I've changed a lot of stuff in my setup for my stream, so it's looking a little bit more pimp at the moment. This is all for you guys and all for the professionalism of Guild Wars 2 casters. So we do have BYOB, who are red. They are the funky bastards. These guys have played quite a lot of ESL, have played other such tournaments as well. And Abyss for Christmas, I'm not massively sure about these guys. I don't see them a hell of a lot. But I'm interested to see how these guys play. Have played against a couple of these guys. Black I've seen quite often as well. So we're going to move to the map. We're going to watch these splits come out. We do see the engineer from BYOB has moved over to Henge. Looks like a potential bunker over there on the point. Is probably just going to try and keep it contested for a little bit of time. Maybe keeping 2 guys from blue quite entertained over at Henge at the moment.
Yeah, one thing to know, he did pop his Elixir S a little bit earlier, so that's going to be down for about 45 seconds here. So he's dodging kind of right and around here onto this Henge point here. Going to be popping that shield. Going to switch over to his pistol, try and deal some damage, but the condition spread on him is just ridiculous. I don't think he's going to be able to clear that in time, and I believe the blue point is going to go to Abyss for Christmas, and that was a good attempt there by the engineer.
It was. I mean, the problem is he ran on the point and he actually did. Not sure he realised that they actually took it. So all he did essentially was he delayed it for a couple of seconds and he gave him 5 points for a kill, which isn't the best option in my opinion. Probably not thinking massive. He's just getting bled out now as well on the point. No one's even there. Which is, to be honest, maybe even a bit of a mistake from the other guys, because maybe he'll get back up. But hey ho, we shall see. Heal Forever is on the point at the moment. He did just go down. We'll take a quick look at his spec. He's getting the res up now. No one going for the CC or the out.
Nice
down.
way.
Oh, that was
very
good.
Nice way.
He should have gone for the down on him.
Yeah, he was very, very close to death there, but his teammates did come in and assist him there. Nice Fear goes on to Abyss for Christmas. We do see that BYOB has a little bit more control here in the midpoint. We do see Heal Forever kind of being forced to be backed off there here as well. Unfortunately, we do have his heal about 4 seconds out right now. He's going to use that in power to give the rest of his team might, which is going to help tremendously. But we do see 4 players from Abyss for Christmas here, and that's going to be a little bit harder point of contention here for BYOB at the moment, who's the red team.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, they've gone for the decap over on Henge. And maybe the engineer even got back up and came over. I did fail to actually notice that.
Yes, he did.
Black did indeed get there. Did get the mid at the moment. So BYOB getting pushed back. Now remember, guys, this is a 1-game match. Each match will be played 1 game only. That is, the final will be best of 3. So the first match is the last match. They've got to play their hearts out. They've got to get to grips with each other. They've got to get to know what's going on the map very, very quickly. So 15 minutes and these guys are potentially out already. They're not even getting the chance of a second game. So it's very interesting to see how teams will play with that in mind, mate.
Well, you know, with the best of 1, really, you know, logically speaking, you want to go for more of a heavy Zerging comp, more of a kind of a just heavy damage. I really don't think that we're going to see a lot of bunker play because that just kind of stalls the game. And if you lose the bunker on a point, it's really hard to get it back. So, I mean, with what the Abyss for Christmas is doing right now is just kind of Zerging a lot of the points real quickly, and they're doing a really good job of it so far.
Yeah, it does seem to be a bit like that at the moment. I've just seen Bulletooth Joe going down there on the point. Henge is still contested, which is good for BYOB, but they need to get it and get their guys back in the fight. At the moment, they're actually losing more points via kills, as we see Alice Lust just going down there. He is getting rezzed as well. No, some CC going down. He's going to get down there by Black. Black takes him out as he gets the stability off. Heal Forever is on the point on the Henge as well. Hasn't got many cooldowns. Does pop that elite in renewed focus. He's going to be trying to get that heal off fairly soon. Needs to dodge to potentially get that roll heal. That's very nice. He did go down there quite. Did very well. He used all his cooldowns at the right time. Just a bit too much damage there from the rest of the guys on the opposite team. But I would definitely agree with that. I mean, right now we are seeing Abyss for Christmas being having a 2-cap for just a couple seconds there. We did just see the keep go into contested territory for the red. They do have about an eighth of it actually for their side right now. We are going to look at Bulletooth Joe dealing a lot of damage with that longbow right now. He did just use his Earthquake ability and stunned quite a few members of Abyss for Christmas, dealing a lot of good damage there, but unfortunately there's just too many players for him to deal with, and that's going to be a double stomp here onto Bulletooth Joe. He's going to go down very, very efficiently here. And, you know, right now, both teams are pretty evenly matched at the moment. We are going to see the Thief for Abyss for Christmas go over to this Henge area to try and help out his teammates here. He is going to pull out that short bow and try and deal some bouncing damage. I'm not sure if that was the right play there, but he is going to drop off that Shadow Refuge. Nice knockback there from BYOB onto the Thief, completely denying a rally there, but unfortunately, one of the other members from Abyss for Christmas does come up and rally his teammate. So right now they're not fighting the point. That's kind of a huge oops on their point. They did just lose that contested that was in their favor. We're going to see a stop happen here very, very quickly here. Unfortunately, one member does go down here for Abyss for Christmas. That is going to be one of the Warriors. And, you know, it's just right now both teams are just kind of focusing on really just jerking both points. They don't have a lot of kind of bunker potential for either side at the moment. Yeah, there needs to be some sustain here. Black is tanking on the midpoint. There was quite a lot of nice play. Bulletooth Joe went down on the point, so Alice Lust was actually ranging off the point, which is just perfect. And then as soon as he went down, Alice jumped in to keep that contestation on the point. So they're switching in and out. They're rotating in on out off the points at the moment. Masterlex Warrior just went down there on the point. So it looks like red. Quite strong. Black's trying to hold as long as he can, trying to keep that contested, as we see BYOB are now coming back fiercely as they've got 183 points now to 197 on blue. Blue have actually gone over to mine and they've used their initiative to actually cap their points. So they've done well to go over there, knowing that BYOB are focused on the Henge and mid at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Black was able to hold the midpoint very, very effectively against 3 players. So he obviously is very, very bunker heavy, very, very defensive heavy. But we are going to see Alice and Julian actually try and duke it out here in the mine area. Now, Julian's going to have a little bit easier time dealing with this Necromancer, mainly because he does have that hammer. He does have a lot of good knockbacks and CC crowd control. And unfortunately, that's going to be 2 versus 2 right now here onto the point here at the mine. But one thing that we're seeing Abyss for Christmas not do correctly is they're not fighting on point as well as they should be. BYOB is kind of trying to force them off the point and doing a very good job of it. Unfortunately, Alice gets chain feared here at the mine there. Julian is going to go down there to some nice burst damage from Dante. Dante, of course, having that interesting staff build. And no, actually, you know what? He changed to Scepter Dagger, which is a little bit normal. Because I was confused. He was trolling. He was trolling, man. He was tricking. I was kind of excited, but again, you know, he is running that great sword, which his entire team can actually use, which is a lot of AoE and a lot of damage very, very quickly for his entire team to pick up. And, of course, one of the other nice changes is you can cast that while moving just very, very effectively. He's doing a lot of damage here onto this mine, but unfortunately, it is not going towards anyone's favor at the moment. We do see Black doing a great job at doing a lot of bunkering damage, so to speak, here onto the mine. And this is really kind of the point of main contention here, Jebro. It's really very, yeah, it's very, very difficult to try and calculate who's going to win because both teams are really kind of focusing on this point, and we're not really seeing a clear victor at the moment.
I mean, at the moment, it seems that Blue, they're fighting better on the points now. They did the thing they needed to do. They did move over to the side point, flipping the focus from mid to the side. So now BYOB haven't got Heal Forever, who is one of the most influential players in this team, just based purely on the amount of boons that he can give, heals and support. So Blue are playing this really well. I feel like BYOB need to actually pull out of this tactic. They need to put Heal Forever in the fights more. And they need to just switch. Maybe put the Bullet Tooth Joe on the mid points because he can actually bunker that quite well as in his spec. So we're going to see the boss was taken. Svania was taken over on the other side.